got about a minute till stream, but I just realized I forgot to hit the play all songs, and so I've just now realized that this same song has been playing on loop before stream. Whoopsies, my bad. But oh well, it's too late now. That's of the video. Oh my lord, but hey, I'm trying my best. Still new at this, and I'm doing the goddamn best I can. Alright. But hello, hi, and welcome to the stream. I know there's no one here right now, but still welcome if you're watching this like after I'm finished, or even just tuning in now. Welcome to the stream. I'm super happy to have you. I am very tired. I don't know if you can hear my voice, but I was like belting and singing yesterday, so my voice is very tired. I have to steam after this, but we'll worry about that much later. I have water. I've got granola bars too, for snackies. But we're gonna hop straight into the stream. Did I even put... I didn't put chat! Give me a minute, actually, because I should probably put chat in here somewhere. No one's in the chat, but I should probably still add them. Which one is it? Browser? Well, add chat. Chat? Oh, wrong thing. Oh, shit. Shiz. No! Stop! Yes! Okay, V2 room. This one is the one I want to add chat to. Browser? Chat. Okay. You can't see it really, but, should be there. If there was anyone in the chat, you'd see like the little pop-ups. Hopefully, there's not as much lag with chat as there was yesterday, because there was a lot of just no response yesterday. A lot of it yesterday. Hopefully. Why am I so bouncy today? I'm like really bouncy. What is going on? Hold on. Oh, good. This is really weird. I'm like, hold. I have no idea what's going on. Hopefully. I guess I'm just gonna be bouncy today. I don't know why I'm so bouncy, but what is going on? Like, I don't understand why I'm so bouncy. But my model's really jolty today. I guess that's fine. We're gonna get this music off. Thank you so much, music, for doing your purpose, but you're done. All right. So again, welcome. If you're watching this after I finished for the day, we're gonna play some Seduce Me. I'm gonna play some Seduce Me today. I don't know which route. I know which one it's not gonna be, which is James. Why the frick am I so jumpy? Okay, maybe that will help. Okay, I think that's helping. Hopefully, it stays like that and it helps. But yeah, I'm gonna play some Seduce Me today. I'm very excited. I love this game. I haven't played it. Wait, is that I might have to... I don't know what's going on with my model today. Model's being really weird. I don't know why, but she is. Okay, behave yourself, please. I beg of you. But yeah, I'm gonna play some Seduce Me. Why isn't I? What is going on? I don't know what's going on. But anyways, we're gonna play some Seduce Me today. Don't know which route it's gonna be. Probably, it's definitely not gonna be James, because I don't like James. No offense, Bradley, the voice actor of said character. No offense. I don't like James, and I have valid reasons for why I don't like James. So let's go ahead and hop in. Let me also just get that audio up. Okay, I really hope the music isn't too loud. I did turn it down on the actual game, so hopefully it's not too bad. But yeah, let's go ahead and transition over. Brilliant. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Why am I so shaky? I'm gonna have to close my model and reopen it because I don't know why she's so shaky. Okay, hold on. Technical difficulties. We're gonna actually go ahead and transition back real quick. I'm just gonna close my model. I'm gonna disappear for a minute. I'm gonna close my model and reopen it. Okay, she less jolt. Okay, I think she's less jolty now. Oh, okay, thank you. Go away. There we go. Okay, I hope she's less jolty now. She should be, but we will see. Here's praying. Okay, let's head back to game. I kind of want the volume up on my end. I turned the volume down for me, but I want it a little higher. I have a fear, though, that, no, it's fine. It's gonna get really, the voice actors are gonna be really loud. So I might change some settings here and there as we go. We will see. All right, let's hop into the game. Sorry, I actually have more technical difficulties. God damn it. Okay, what can I, so much crap open. You know what, it's fine. It's fine. All right. So this is the complete edition, by the way. I have the complete edition. I paid for it. But we're gonna start for the first game, and we're gonna make our way through. I have played this game before. I think my character's still being really jolty. Isn't my mic play? I don't know what's going on. But, anyways, we're gonna play the complete version because I want to, and yeah. Oh, okay. I could do that. What's that? But I just want, hold on. The thing is I don't have a, oh, maybe that is a little loud. Hold on. Maybe that is a little loud. Okay, that should be better. Hopefully it is. I'm trying to get chat because I don't have a double monitor set up. So, just so that way I'm able to see people talking. Should people talk. I'm gonna do yet. Yes, 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 yes. All right, I think we are good to go. All right, let's get started. I've already lost my chat. Hold on. I'm gonna put you all here. All right. Let's go. Hopefully there are no difficulties with the stream. I apologize in advance for my terrible reading skills. I will do my best. This is I don't need to read this. This is a fictional narrative, interactive narrative. Any characters resembling to real life, people, blah, blah, blah. Also, the following is made for PG-16. Yes. Please, if you're underage, do not watch this. You shouldn't be anyways. If you saw Seduce Me and you clicked on it and you're like 12, you should not be here. But whatever. Let's go. Please enjoy.
Why, hello. My, aren't you a gorgeous sight? Can I be honored enough to know your name?
I already don't like how the music is, so we're turning it down. I like the music pretty quiet. All right, that's better. Hopefully. We'll find out. All right. My name's Kira.
A lovely name for a lovely person like you.
Chris!
Wonderful.
Chris! No.
Eric, do your job.
Please.
Very well. This game was produced by Seraphim Entertainment under the direction of Michaela Laws and is powered by Ren'Py Visual Novel Engine. We truly hope you'll enjoy this story. I know I'll enjoy it since you'll be in it.
Okay, we're off to a roaring start. Truly. Oh boy. Oh, sorry. One more thing. No, just be there.
Eric.
Oh, hopefully that did not just mess with stuff in the stream. Okay, it should be fine. Okay.
Fine, fine. Farewell, my sweet.
Dude, no. No. No, thank you. Wait, no. We have to turn this up. Oh, it's not. It's too quiet. Damn it. That's as loud as I can get it right now. Sorry. Enjoy. Promise.
You've turned the tables on me now. You've trapped me in your cage somehow. I can never escape from you, but baby, that's alright. You've chained the monster deep inside this sick and sinful body of mine. But you better be ready when you lay with me tonight. You're gonna scream my name tonight.
All right. That was the main thing. I'm sorry, I turned the music so down for there. Ah, no. I wish I hadn't. I wish I really hadn't. Because that's a good song. They remastered it for the complete edition. If you listen to the original version, if you like get the free version on Steam and you listen to it, the voice actor who is also known now as Sayu, Alejandro Saab, he did a re-recording for this song because it does not sound anything like the first time he sung this, and it sounds so much better. Like, it's so good. The re-recorded, I really love it, and it makes me so sad that like I can't find it anywhere to download the song because it's really good. Like, he's had so much more vocal experience, and it's just so nice to hear him sound so much better. Like, don't get me wrong, he was good in the first version, but he's just so much better now. Do I just have to hold on? Okay. I reset my, like, the camera that's tracking. Hopefully that's better. Because I'm fed up with having to try and fix it. Truly I am. Alright. Let's play Seduce Me. Nope. You. Nope. Move. Nope. Crud. Meh. Okay. Somewhere over the rainbow. Oh no! Shots fired. Ouch. Also, that sound though. That sound.
Come on! Is that all you got?
Wanna try me, asshole?
I'm Alex. Boom goes the cannon, watch the blood and the shit spray.
Crap! Missed.
Let's retreat for now.
No kidding. Let's get out of here.
That's right. You better run, you stupid punks! Stay out of our territory!
Call it fate or call it coincidence. That one moment of violence started a chain of events I will never forget.
This formula, created in the 70s, is one of the most important in the field of financial theory. It is used to calculate the price of European-style options and is widely used by option marketers, though there are some discrepancies that are now corrected with the modern viewpoint.
Sorry. Okay. Rain. It's been a long time since we've gotten rain around here, but it is April, so it's not exactly that surprising. Personally, I loved the sound of rain. Personally, I loved the sound of it. The way the raindrops fell. Like the soft tapping of fingers. It was so soothing. Even looking at raindrops hit the glass of the window was strangely calming. For this reason, I felt lucky for having a seat next to the window. I spent more time staring outside than I did paying attention in class. The lectures in class were pretty boring. Miss Phillips' voice was passionate, but I just wasn't interested in what she was saying. And since it was the period right before lunch, all I could do was think about oh no, there's no God damn it! I can't read. All I could think about was doing other things. Honestly, I didn't really care much for economics. Sure, I had good grades in this class, but it was only because I read the textbook and did my assignments PM time. What is PM time? I don't think I've ever heard anyone say that before. I was only taking this class because it was mandatory. If it were up to me, I would have taken another course. Luckily, it was my senior year, so after this semester, it would mean the end of high school, courses forever. Thank God for that. I didn't hate high school. It was just mundane how the days drifted on as if there were no end in sight. No end to it. Blech. Gosh darn it. The only thing that I really enjoyed about going to school was meeting my friends and hanging out with them. That was the kind of it. In short, I was done with high school. The start of second semester brought a note of finality to it. I had already applied for a few universities the semester prior, and I was expecting replies sometime in the next few months. It seemed like the start of something that would change. I stared at the front outline. Ugh. I stared at the frame. Ugh. I can't. This is gonna be a 3-hour stream, and God knows I'm not gonna make it through half this game in those 3 hours. I stared at the faint outline of raindrops in the distance. For now, I was stuck in this class.
Miss Anderson.
Hello, Miss Phillips. Can I help you? Miss Phillips' raised voice interrupted my train of thoughts. Just when I was thinking about class, I quickly turned my head to face the teacher. Hopefully she didn't pick me just because she noticed that I was spacing out. Yes, ma'am?
Would you care to name the equation I set up on the blackboard?
Oh, I read about that in a textbook last night. It should be the Black-Scholes the Black-Scholes model formula.
Very good as always, Miss Anderson.
Anderson. It followed me everywhere I went. Most people didn't really know me by my first name, but rather my surname. No doubt, since the surname was the trademark of the internationally famous and philanthropic, I think. Bitch, I can't read. Why do I read Otomes? I can't read. Philanthropic. Oh, shit. 3 hours later, moving on. Anderson Family Toys. The founder is my grandfather. Suzu, one of my best friends, turned around and proudly gave me a punch in the shoulder.
Kick ass, girl.
Yeah, Suzu. From beside me, I heard Naomi, another one of my best friends, clearing her throat in obvious disapproval of Suzu's choice of words.
She means good job.
Miss Capini,
Oi.
Oi.
care to tell me who the creators of this formula were?
Some guys named Black and Shoals. Fisher Black and Myron Shoals.
Nice.
Very good, Miss Patterson.
Show off. Better study next time, Suzu. Be like us and study once in a while.
Suzu rolled her eyes and slouched into her chair as Naomi gave her a small smirk. She always pouted when Naomi showed her up.
That's the end of today's lecture. Now, let's separate into groups and work on your projects. Remember, everything is due on Monday. Go ahead now.
Before I knew it, Suzu and Naomi had scooted their desks to align with mine, and we turned into the Three Musketeers. Whenever the teacher let us decide on groups, we always grouped together in our little trio. It was a sheer stroke of luck that we all managed to be in the same class, so we had to at least take the opportunity and stick together as much as we could. Besides, we were most comfortable around each other than any other classmate. It made sense for us to put our heads together for any kind of project. I took out the poster we were working on and rolled it open onto the three desks. We were pretty much finished with fulfilling most of the guidelines for the project, though we did still have to add a few finishing touches here and there. After working on making the poster a bit prettier, we sat back and inspected our work to see what we still had to do. Naomi, as usual, was the first to look for any issues. She lightly tapped a pencil against her chin, staring intently at the project.
All right, so let's see. We finished the budgeting section, the building leasing, and the cost for labor. What else do we need?
Suzu straightened up to look at the poster and stroked her chin. After a few seconds, her face brightened and she spoke up.
How about a company name?
Oh my god.
Huh? Did we really skip over that?
Whoopsies.
Of course we did. You always go straight into the logical statistics and stuff that you completely skip over the fact. We need a name for our project.
At least we caught it this time. What do we name it?
Not sure. What do you think?
Oh, I'm so bad with names, guys. It takes me an hour to pick a name. It always came down to me. Whenever there was something to be named or titled, I was the master and ending decision, even when I didn't want to be.
I like Trinity Corporation.
That's so formal.
That is way too predictable. How about the Dragon Company?
What do dragons have to do with our project?
It's fun! What the fuck's wrong with the Dragon Company? It's funny.
What? It's a totally unpredictable name. It's hot.
But our company sells bubblegum.
What can it be? It's fun.
Who said we can't produce spicy bubblegum?
It's fun.
What do you think?
Yeah. What do you think?
Both of them looked at me expectingly, even though I wasn't quite sure for myself. I didn't really want to choose sides. But if it were up to me, I would say Dragon Company. Absolutely. That's a fun title. You're in like high school. Like professors like creativity, even in uni. Just have fun with things. Like Dragon Company is fun. Trinity Corporation sounds so boring. Like, let's have some fun.
Booyah! Dragon Company it is!
Woo!
Alright, now that we've decided on a name, now what?
I don't know. As we ended our name game, a giggle scrambled my thoughts. Oh, great. Huh? Who was that?
Ignore it. It's just Lisette.
Oh, fuck Lucette. I looked over my shoulder to see Lucette laughing with her circle of friends, mostly comprised of popular people. Oof! Fuck it! Fuck the popular kid. What is with popular kids? Like, don't get me wrong, we had our fair share of popular kids when I was in high school, but like, they were never really that popular, and most of them were drama kids anyways. We never had the bratty ones, but even if we did, we were quick to put them in their place because no one liked them. I don't get it. I don't. Whatever. As a result, everyone in the school knew them. In the center of it all was Lucette White. That is a pretentious name. But no, I never... Popular kids. Hang out with theater kids. We're basically the same thing. We're basically popular kids, except we don't have to deal with your bullshit half the time. Because we have our own shit to worry about, like the fall play or the spring musical. Like, we're too busy. She sat with a posture that indicated she was still working, but ready to casually chat about her day. She was endearing. Ugh. She was an endearing balance of charismatic and awkward, which was readily apparent when she first talked to someone. It was easy to make her smile and laugh, and she was quite the comedian as well. Basically, she was perfect. Not that she was like a robot or anything. Oh my gosh, brain function. But she was the student that everyone else wanted to be. Why? If she's a jerk, why would you want to be her? She just sounds like a prick to me. Like, what the heck? I was a drifter in high school, kind of. I had like a group of friends I stuck with most of the time, but like for the most part, I went where I felt comfortable. I spent a lot of time alone though, because I was so focused on my studies. Because I was a music major in high school because I went to a performing arts school. And I just focused on music. I sang almost every lunch. If I wasn't in a lesson, I was in a practice room. If one wasn't available, I was with friends. That's kind of how I functioned. I never really cared about all this like dramas and stuff. I kept myself pretty out of it for most of high school. I was too busy. I had performance after performance every week in high school. I was in musicals, I was in concerts, I was going to competitions, I was out of school doing like BG work. I was busy. I had no time to be like lounging around. I don't get it. Whatever. Where's my button? Oh, nope, wrong one. Which one is it? Oh, what? I'm so, like, unlike the average student, she knew what she wanted. She knew what she wanted to do after high school, and as a result, she was confident and ambitious. Though sometimes it could rub a lot of people the wrong way. Yeah, I knew kids like that who just would not shut up about what they wanted to do. I get that, but they weren't popular. We found them annoying. Moreover, I had known her ever since I was young, but it had ultimately resulted in a rivalry that continued to today. Of course, my friends knew what was between us, and upon seeing me glance at her, they shifted their attention to her.
She doesn't even look like she's working, in my opinion.
She probably is, but she's too much of a stuck-up priss to allow herself to look like she's actually
Yes,
doing work.
Suzu!
Oh, come on, Suzu. She may be a little off-putting, but she's not the giant priss that you're making her seem to be.
The day she isn't a priss is the day I turn into you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Never mind.
My lord. I love them. Suzu does act like my actual friends in real life, though, I will say. I'm a bit of a Naomi. I'm a mix between Naomi and Suzu, depending who I'm with. But, like, I know a Suzu in my life.
It's about time. Let's bail.
Yep. Let's go. Unsurprisingly, Suzu was the first out of the classroom, slinging her backpack over her shoulder with ease as she quickly strolled out the door.
Her seat isn't even closest to the exit, and she always manages to be the first one out of the door.
So
I
real.
don't think I'll ever understand that.
You and me both. She gave me a smile, as if relieved by the fact I felt the same way as she did.
See? Why can't she just be normal like the two of us?
Normal? I am the farthest thing from normal. I am ADHD. Very what's the quote? Very, because it's very mindful, very demure, but what's the reverse? Very forgetful, very chaotic, very much a mess. That's me. I'm ADHD. It's Suzu, Naomi. Think about it.
Very true.
Man, you guys are slow. Are you coming or what?
We heard you the first time. Not everyone has rocket boosters attached to their legs when the bell rings.
Yo, that'd be fun.
Are you kidding me? That class was ridiculously boring. Even Miss Valedictorian here was dozing off a bit.
You betcha. I do have to admit I was spacing out. And just because I answered one question doesn't mean I'm automatically the valedictorian.
Okay, so it wasn't too interesting. But you should at least pay attention when Phillips is talking about the important parts.
So you finally admit it. We're finally on the same wavelength. Welcome to the club, Patterson.
Please,
Oh boy.
don't call me by my last name. This isn't the classroom. And never in a million years will we ever see things eye to eye.
Despite this, they both burst out in laughter. Normally, anyone would think that two people so opposite would never associate with each other. However, even though they were so different, their friendship somehow made a lot of sense. Maybe they were just perfect complements, or personally just didn't dedicate the person. Oh my gosh! Okay, maybe they were just perfect complements, or personality just didn't dedicate the possibility of their friendship. Dictate the that's the word! Fuck! I can't read! Or personality just didn't dictate the possibility of their friendship. After all, we three had been best friends since preschool.
All right, so where are we heading to first? Cafeteria? I think we can all agree that we're really hungry, especially after hearing about our company's line of deliciously spicy bubblegum.
Y'all, I'm now really hungry. I've had coffee, and that's about it for food.
Who would even buy that? I wonder.
Oh, I know people.
Me? I would pay good money to get a taste of it.
I want a chicken burger now. I'm so hungry. You do like spicy food, after all. We entered the cafeteria, a bustling room filled with the aroma of different kinds of food. As we got in line, we ordered our meals and chatted freely.
Cajun fries and the spicy chicken burger.
Oh, so good.
Definition of a good meal?
I'll take a tuna sandwich and some juice. You're probably going to need water or something to curb all that spicy flavor, Suzu.
Water won't help.
I can't be tamed by the likes of that. If it's spicy, then it's gotta be all or nothing.
You're crazy.
Oh yeah, I'm crazy.
Hell yeah.
I think I'm getting a migraine.
You need a pill? You need some Tylenol? I think I'll go with... Give me... my keys. I want a soda. I'll do the mac and cheese. That sounds good. Once we got our food, we settled down at one of the empty tables, putting our backpacks aside to finally dig into the food. Suzu leaned back in her chair, tilting it back. Tilting it back so she could rest her feet on the empty table by her food. But really, you put your feet up on the table right next to your food? I don't know about that.
All right then. Is there anything we want to talk about?
Bored already?
I know. Let's talk
Say boys, and I will never speak to you ever again.
Valid. I never talked about boys. I never cared enough to ever talk about relationships at the lunch table. We talked about drama. We talked about like plays, rehearsals, class stuff, and like other things. Or we scrolled on our phones. We never. Or I was at rehearsal. I was usually at rehearsal at lunch.
Aw, why not?
What's so interesting about talking about guys?
Exactly. Get
Any
yourself
of us
like a
are gonna get
personality
boyfriends
before you decide
anytime
talking
soon.
about boys. Like get yourself, like love yourself first.
We don't know that. What if one of us does get a boyfriend?
Who cares?
Like that's going to happen, Naomi. Look at us. I'm a tiny Italian. You're a ditzy blonde.
I wouldn't call her blonde.
Hey!
I would say she's ginger.
No offense. And Anderson here. Well, I guess she could land a boyfriend or girlfriend if she wants.
Thank you.
Or girlfriend?
She can be a lesbian
Yeah,
if she wants.
I can swing both ways. I do swing both ways, but I could also in this game.
True.
That's okay, Suzu. I'm not sure I want a boyfriend yet. Valid. Don't need one. I'm good.
Why not? It's our senior year. Might as well get a boyfriend.
Maybe she's just not interested in a relationship, Suzu.
Well, it really wasn't about wanting a relationship, but more of there was no one I was interested in having a relationship with. So true. That is so true. Don't get me wrong, I'm a very open person, but there were not many interesting guys in the school. Who knows? Time will tell. Naomi looked at me, wanting to continue the conversation. However, before she could speak, the speakers in the caf started up and an announcement echoed through the cafeteria.
Miss Anderson, please come to the main office immediately. Please bring your things with you.
Oh my.
Looks like our plans have been cut short. The men in white coats have finally come to get you.
Oh boy.
Suzu, don't joke around. What if it's serious?
Fine. If something happens, just call us.
Something did happen. And it was certainly no laughing matter. Oh, shit. Wait. It was cold. Something. I don't know how to go. How do I go back? Oh, that's the... I forget. Whatever. The rain became heavier that afternoon, accompanied by the rolling thunder. The skies turned dark The skies turned dark, though I couldn't see any of it under the black umbrella. Oh, no, wait, fuck. I stared at the grass beneath my feet, unable to look up at the people weeping around me. All I could see was the damp grass underneath my feet. Only the monotone eulogies that floated through my ear reminded me that I was at a funeral. It was only when the speeches ended that I finally was able to raise my head. A small gathering of people, mostly made of relatives that I didn't even know, were huddled around a simple, small grave. For a while, all I heard was the sound of raindrops on the umbrellas. If it were not for the rain, everything would be in a heavy silence. I looked beside me, where my father was standing and holding a large black umbrella for our small family of 3. His face was emotionless, a strange sight next to my weeping mother. I wondered what was going through his mind. After all, etched into the smooth gray tombstone, Before us was his father's name. My grandfather, the one who raised me like his own daughter, had passed away that day. Slowly, people began to leave, until it was just my father, mother, and myself at the grave. A man dressed in a clean black suit underneath the uniform black umbrella of the funeral attendees walked towards us, introducing himself as grandfather's lawyer. He pulled out a few documents from his suitcase and began to read aloud.
And now, I shall read Harold Anderson's last will and testament.
Only my parents and I were allowed to be present for my grandfather's will. It was under the strict request of his lawyer, and there was a reason why.
And to my dearest granddaughter, I give my estate. All the furniture and decor that resides within the house shall also be given to my granddaughter.
Nice! Thanks, Gramps. What? I couldn't believe my ears. I had earned the family estate at 18. That was impossible, and yet it was written in my own grandfather's hand.
He passed the family estate to her? Why am I not
Oh,
surprised?
get off my dick, dude.
Dear.
Well, did he say anything about what will become of the CEO and chairman position of the Anderson Toys Company?
No. It is presumed that the vice chairman will succeed the position.
Even to the bitter end, he wouldn't give in. What a stubborn old man.
Back off, dude. He's dead. You can't do much. Shaking his head, my father turned to face my mother with a serious expression on his face.
About the estate. Should we send her there to get used to the building? It'll be a good place for her to live after high school.
What the fuck, dude? Calm down.
Are you sure we should?
My lord.
Why not? This would be a good experience for her.
Bitch. Bitch.
Honey, what do you think?
My god. No empathy. I really wasn't sure what to say. Why did my grandfather think that I was the appropriate heir to the mansion? Was I even ready to live on my own?
Well, that seems to be it.
Wow!
We'll be taking
Won't
our
even let me
leave
get a
now.
word in.
I'm sure the little heiress needs some time to adjust.
Fuck you.
David.
Yeah, fuck you. Even though she raised her voice, my dad wordlessly began walking to the car, disinterested.
Don't mind him, honey. I think that your grandfather's
Some
passing
people.
really affected him.
Sure.
Why don't we get back home for now?
He's just mad I got a house and he didn't. You can go ahead. You can go on ahead to the car, Mom. I think I need some time alone with Grandpa.
Oh, of course. Take all the time you need.
She gave me a quick hug and hurried after my dad. I looked around the funeral grounds, which was completely empty, save for the I think that's supposed to be saved. Saved for the sullen-looking grave that laid in front of me. I'm sure that if Grandpa were in charge of arranging all of this, it would have been much different. It was blatantly obvious that my dad was in charge of the whole event. Who else would bury their own family the same day they passed away? Everyone knew my grandfather's love for toys, and yet the grave was a mere stone slab on the ground, void of any warmth. My dad didn't even bother putting flowers. His disdain for my grandfather was almost pitiful. Sorry, Grandpa. I tried to force out some words, but the only thing that came out was a choked sob. You told me to stay strong, but right now, I'm the furthest thing from it. I just want to go back to before. Oh, do I do a kid voice? I don't know.
Grandpa!
Oh, it's so good to see you again, sweetie.
I was swept into a giant bear hug, and we both laughed as he swung me around like an airplane. It was one of my favorite things about seeing my grandfather. The way he greeted me. Unlike my father, my grandfather was loving and playful, even as I grew older.
Sorry that Daddy couldn't be here today. He said that he wasn't feeling too good again.
It was always like that. Dad missed every visit to Grandpa's house, citing that he was busy with work or wasn't feeling well.
Is that so? Well, that's okay. Daddy can come around next time. And you're here, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, what are we doing today, Grandpa? Mommy said that there's a new dessert cafe open in town. Maybe we could go?
Oh, I would love to. But I've been so busy with the company these days. We're actually working on a little something. Would you like to see?
Yes! Ooh! Is that a toy?
It is. I was designing a new line of them. But I feel like something's missing. You don't think you could help me out, could you?
Of course!
He placed the toy in my hands with a smile, and I inspected it carefully. It was a beautifully crafted and obviously a lot of work was put into it. There was one thing though.
So, what do you think?
I think the heart on its chest should light up when you hug it. It'll be like it's alive, and it can be like a little nightlight before you go to sleep.
He stroked his chin, considering my input while nodding his head. After a few moments of silent deliberation, he turned to me with a chuckle.
That's a great idea. I'll get to changing it right away. You're always like my little lucky charm, dear. You always know what to add to make the perfect toy.
Well, I hope I can be like you one day, Grandpa.
You want to make toys as well?
Well, making people happy is the best feeling in the world. I don't know if I want to make toys when I grow up, though.
Don't worry too much about it. You have plenty of time to decide. Besides, you should do what makes you happy as well.
That makes sense. Daddy doesn't think of it the same way, though.
Your father.
Father.
I'm sure he just wants the best for you.
I'm not so sure about that.
Sweetie, look at me.
He bent.
Oh, nope, not the kid voice. He bent down to look at me. And to look at me eye level. To look at me. That's a weird sentence. With a serious look on his face.
As much as your father may say something that doesn't make sense now, you must remember that he's always thinking about you. He loves you. There's no doubt about that. And you need to love him just as equally.
I don't agree. That man does not give a shit about his daughter.
I don't hate Daddy. I really do love him. I don't know why he's like this, though.
Your father and I have had some difficulties with each other in the past.
Really?
But it's
Couldn't
nothing
tell.
that you should be concerned about.
I had heard tidbits of this from my mother and various other people. The only people who stayed quiet were my father and grandfather. Both of them refrained from saying a word on the subject matter. But it was clear that whatever happened set up a wall between them.
It's hard, though. Trying to pretend as if nothing were wrong.
However, no matter what, you have to stay strong. You're a big girl already, and, well, there'll come a day when it seems like it's you against the world. But always remember that your family and friends will be here with you. Daddy, Mommy, your friends at school, me. We'll stand together to get through it.
How can you be so sure of that?
Because we'll be right here and here.
Dramatic. He pointed a finger. Back you up a little bit. He pointed a finger to my head first and then pointed it at my chest.
So stay strong. Promise?
For a moment, he looked almost sad, pleading. But as quickly as it had come, the expression disappeared from his face, and he was all smiles once again.
Promise.
Upon hearing that, Grandpa let out a great burst of laughter and stood up.
All right then. Enough of that. How about I whip up some special homemade dessert? I know I can't accompany you at that new cafe, but we sure can talk and eat while I cook and do some paperwork.
Sorry, once again.
Homemade dessert! I'll race you to the kitchen!
Hey, slow down there. I'm not what I used to be.
You willed me the very home I love to see you in. Why? Why would you think I would be ready to take it? Especially after this. A surge of anger bubbled within me, but I quickly swallowed it. There was no use in getting mad, especially when the person in question was no longer there. I'm sorry. It's hard to stay calm when you've left me with so many questions, especially about what happened between you and Dad. What am I doing? Talking to a grave. My vision blurred, and I suddenly realized that I was crying. My face heated up as tears rolled down my cheeks. I'll bring you some flowers later. I miss you, Grandpa. I'll try my best to fulfill my promise I gave to you, even if the world might be turned against me. I left the grave, wiping my tears hastily so my parents wouldn't see.
Well, it's time to head back home. I'll cook up your favorite lasagna when we get home, okay?
Thanks, Mom. However, my dad didn't speak the entire drive home. I wanted to talk to him, but after his moment at the funeral, I wasn't sure if that was a good idea.
It's about time we took off those dreary black clothes.
Oh my god. Back up! Gathering my courage, I decided then that it was time to talk. Dad, can I ask you something?
Go ahead.
Okay, aggressive. Why do you want me to move into the estate so soon?
I thought I made that rather clear. The college near your grandfather's house is well known for its business program. You are planning to major in business, yes?
I wish my model could show my absolute disinterest in this man, but she's only smiles and tears. I'm side-eyeing this man so much. Yeah, fair.
Right after you graduate from high school, you'll just live there and can easily commute to and from school. It's a perfect fit for you.
What the fuck? But it's so sudden. You just decided so quickly right after the funeral.
Don't be so sensitive. If you're like that in the real world, you'll be crushed.
Oh, woe is me, motherfucker. I'm just saying that maybe we could talk a bit more about my future. In reply, my father rubbed his temples and sighed quietly.
After you graduate from college, you'll work at Anderson Family Toys. I have connections since I am part of the board of directors, so you will be guaranteed a spot.
My lord.
That is what we talked about before, yes?
But what if...
Stop mumbling.
But what if I don't want to work there?
Don't be silly. It's the family company, our company. I'm not just going to hand it over to some incompetent vice chairman.
He came closer to me and his face softened.
Look, this is all for the best, okay? You may not know it right now, but you will appreciate it later.
I do not like this man so at all. For some reason, when I heard him say that, something snapped in me. I wasn't exactly sure what it was, but it made me feel so angry. It's called grief, sweetheart. Grief will make you do anything. Do you even care that grandfather passed away?
Of course I do.
Well, everything seems fine and dandy to you. Things couldn't be better.
Excuse me? I don't like your tone, young lady.
It's like nothing even happened at all. Like you just ignored the fact that he's no longer here.
Do not raise your voice at me.
What did he ever do to you to deserve this? My father, his face hardened, crossed his arms and erupted in angry laughter.
Ha! You sure place him upon a pedestal, like he's some kind of venerated god or something. It makes me sick.
Is that it? Are you happy seeing grandfather dead? While everyone was grieving, were you holding yourself back from laughing in everyone's faces? Did you feel just a bit happier seeing him lie in the graveyard? A flash of rage crossed his face, and he whipped the back of his hand across my cheek.
You don't know anything! Running your mouth like somehow you know everything that went on, when you're just a little girl that doesn't know how to keep her mouth shut! You did not know my father! You did not know what he was capable of!
Is everything alright? What happened?
Nothing. I'm not hungry. I think I'll go to my room.
Honey, wait!
Girl, this is like the highlighted reason I don't like this man. Like you, like fuck off. What is his problem? You knew your daughter loved this man, and you couldn't even swallow your pride to for her feelings, for your daughter's feelings. Like that's not okay. Like I get not wanting to talk about shit that goes down with your between you and other people. That's fine. I get that. But that's your daughter. She loved that man. You can't swallow your pride even the tiniest bit while she's grieving? That's not cool. And then you fucking had the audacity to slap her. I hate this man a lot. More than I hate James. That's I quickly turned and ran up the stairs to my room, slamming the door behind me. My breath came in short pants, and for a while I just leaned against the door to my bedroom, eventually sliding down to sit against it. How did things become like this? My cheek still throbbed, and I tentatively stood up and looked in the mirror to see how it looked. Hopefully it doesn't bruise. What am I even saying? Tears formed in the corner of my eyes, but I blinked them back rapidly. I couldn't cry twice on the same day. Yes, you can. I cried 3 times in one day before. You can cry more than 1 time a day. And that's okay. We're allowed to cry. I had to be stronger than that. No, you don't. Crying is being strong. It's allowing your emotions to happen. You are grieving. Allow yourself to grieve. God damn it, don't bottle. I say this, but I'm so guilty of it.
Are you alright? Your father told me nothing happened, but you know your father.
Oh, yeah, him. I'm fine. I just lost my appetite.
The lasagna's done, though.
That was
And I
quick.
don't want you skipping any meals.
Yeah. Don't worry about me, Mom. I'll come downstairs later to eat.
You're not telling me the whole story.
I just don't want to eat right now.
Please, dear. Tell me what's going on. I wish you would tell me why you're being like this.
I wish she would too, because a lot of these problems would end if her mother frickin' put her foot down. I wanted to tell her. A part of me was screaming to tell her what Dad had done. At the same time, I knew she couldn't fix anything. Besides, I was moving out regardless. Actually, she really freaking could. She could leave the man. For starters, for hitting her daughter. That would be great. I remained silent, letting the event remain in the past.
Well, I'll leave your food on the table if you want to eat it later.
Finally, my mom left me alone. It was strange to think that she was only a few inches away from me, only separated by a single wooden door. I really didn't know what to do. I needed to do something, anything, to get my mind off of what just happened. Anything would be better than thinking any more about the pain still radiating from my cheek. I was going to move into my grandfather's house tomorrow. I should probably pack my stuff so I would be prepared for tomorrow. Yeah, that was a good idea. I should start packing. I opened the closet, rummaging around for a while before I finally found 2 large bags, pulling them out onto the floor of my room. I then began to empty my drawers and cabinets so that I could bring all my things with me. I didn't have much to bring, other than just clothes and some toiletries. It was kind of bizarre that I didn't have many personal belongings. Well, with a father like that, I'm not surprised. It wasn't like my luggage was completely devoid of them, but I certainly didn't have many things in my room that I would miss if I just suddenly left the house. I shook my head to rid myself of those thoughts. If it was just going to be my new home, it would just have to feel like it, one way or another. I was going to make it into my home. Just as I was packing my things, my cell phone began ringing and vibrating in my pocket. I slid my phone out of my pocket and answered it while setting myself onto the bed. Who could possibly be calling?
Hey, Anderson, you there? Is everything alright? We were worried about you, so we decided to call. Hello?
I'm really glad you guys called. My voice managed to come out, though it was only a whisper.
What happened? Are you okay?
Well, I slowly began to tell them about the funeral that afternoon. A small silence followed when I was done recounting what happened. And to my relief, Naomi finally spoke up.
I can't begin to imagine how you must be feeling right now. I'm so sorry. Do you want us to come over right now?
No, it's okay. My dad isn't in a good mood, so can we just keep talking on the phone like this?
Of course! We'd stay on the phone until the crack of dawn. Right, Suzu?
Yeah, we're always here if you need us.
Oh.
After all, we wouldn't be the awesome triple threat trio without you, right?
You guys are so cute! Yeah.
Triple Threat Trio? That sounds like the name of a gang.
A cool gang.
Yeah, I mean, we're all taking on the world together. We've got to sound somewhat scary.
Hell yeah.
No one's going to take us seriously.
Yeah.
What's with you and naming things?
You keep forgetting them.
You've got to step up your game, Naomi. Falling behind to the cool kids like Anderson and me. Tisk, tisk.
Hey! I'm a cool kid. If anything, I'd say you'd have to step up your game.
Oh dear. We chatted cheerfully about all sorts of things. Very soon, I had forgotten about the events that day and was engaged in a conversation about Naomi's favorite TV show, some program called Thurlock. Very slick, Michaela. We all agreed that the actor playing the titular character certainly had a very distinctive look about him, with that long coat and scarf wrapped around his neck. We had many disagreements about who we thought was the coolest character. Yeah, he was very high cheek. He has really high cheekbones, and his eyes are pretty. Though I do have to say I prefer Jetson, and as a bonus, his actor is so sassy. I looked at the clock hanging on the wall and realized how late it was. Whoa, it's already 1 a.m. Sorry for keeping you guys up so late. I think I'm gonna hit the hay for tonight. See you guys at school tomorrow. I should probably shower and go to bed. I can't believe I stayed up this late just to talk to my friends. Bitch, how is that late? That's like my normal bedtime. If that. Usually it's like 4 a.m., but like still. Don't question me. But it really was nice. Well, to the bathroom I go. Okay, protagonist. I took my relaxing shower. I took a relaxing shower. Nothing beats hot water and the feeling of being calm. But what? Oh my lord, I'm having a stroke, guys. I'm having a stroke. Okay. I took a relaxing shower. Nothing beats hot water and the feeling of being clean. After drying myself, I proudly dressed in my pajamas. Yes, as proud as one can be for an American. I promptly dressed in my pajamas and crawled into bed. A nice hot shower after a long day. I'm so glad to finally be in bed. It had been a really long day. I knew that I was wishing for something to change back in the class, but I certainly wasn't expecting any of the things that had happened today. And I have to go back to school tomorrow. Ugh. I curled up on the side and tightly wrapped the blanket around me. I really wasn't in the mood to be returning to school, but my dad probably would make me go just for the sake of it. It's time to go to sleep. I wish that's what I could do. Just be like, sleep time. Pass out. Nope. This bitch is up for hours before I can get down. I reach out to the lamp on my nightstand to turn off the lights. However, my mind was so lost in the passing of my grandfather that the thought of inheriting something so big that it haunted my mind the entire night until the next morning. I shook my head. Sorry. I shook my head to try and clear my sleepiness out of me to no avail. I really didn't get any sleep last night. It's already time to wake up? Wait, school? As soon as I realized I had to go to school, I slid out of bed and looked at the vanity mirror. That's a relief. Luckily, there was barely a bruise on my cheek. You had to squint to actually see it. I doubt anyone would actually notice it unless they leaned in really close. Breathing out a sigh, I got dressed, took my backpack, and caught the bus to school. It wasn't even hours before everyone heard the news. I was approached at school and given condolences for my loss. However, that wasn't what shocked my friends.
Wait, so you have the whole Anderson house to yourself? Lucky as hell, man!
As someone who had something like that announced on the announcements, fuck the school board for that. Like, don't tell people that. Her father probably gave consent, knowing him, but like, that's so messed up. Like, what the fuck? They're grieving. The last thing people want when they're grieving is fucking pity. Speaking from experience, like, fuck off.
Quit being so sensitive, Naomi.
Quit being so vulgar, Suzu.
Nah, it's cool. No, Suzu, it's fine. Suzu's fine.
Of course you would side with her.
What is that supposed to mean?
Huh? See? At least she knows how to have fun.
I need distractions. I'm grieving.
I know how to have fun. You don't need to be wild to have fun.
Oh my god. Guys, I'm going there after school today because my parents want me to get used to living there.
Seriously? It hasn't even been a day since you came back to school.
I know, but my parents want me to try living there as soon as possible.
Still, that's really fast. Are you going to be okay?
Of course. But even in the comfort of my best friends, life seemed to keep testing me.
Hey! Don't go around shoving people like that.
Whoops. Did I strike a nerve, Capini?
Oh my god, how is she popular? There's nothing about her appealing. She's just a bitch. She let out a small laugh as she twisted her hair around her finger. Lisette was one of the last people I wanted to see today.
It's not me you should be apologizing to.
Oh, Anderson. Hey, how's it going?
I'm alright.
Haven't you already heard, Lizette?
Yeah, she doesn't need to know.
Of what?
Her grandfather's passing.
Well, I'm sorry about that. I don't really watch a lot of news.
It wasn't on the news, bitch!
It doesn't really sound
Well,
like
probably
you
was.
mean it.
I do mean it. Earnestly. Why wouldn't I?
Typical Capini. Isn't her family involved with the mafia or something? I wouldn't be surprised if she brought out a bat from behind her back right this moment.
I had nearly forgotten the crowd that followed Lucette, which was mostly comprised of people that no one wanted to see on a typical school day. Valid. No one had the slightest idea why exactly they followed Lucette around so persistently, but they labeled themselves as social equals with her.
That is out of line. Suzu comes from an honest family.
Says the one whose family profits from political scandals.
Yeah, your dad doesn't make anything unless he's in the court with dirty politicians.
Hey, let's all calm down for a second, all right? I'm sure Anderson needs some time to recuperate. I mean, what just happened? We need to give her some respect.
Just stop. Stop acting like that already. Like you feel sorry for me.
What are you talking about?
I'm sure you're happy seeing me like this. You already have everything you've ever wanted. And now, seeing me like this, life couldn't get better. Bitterness seeped into me, and words started flying out of my mouth without filter. But honestly, I didn't care. I was so consumed by anger that I only saw Lucette in front of me. What exactly am I to you? Just another part of your obstacle? Just another part of your obstacle course? Is that what I am? I'm sick of it, Lucette. I'm sick of all these charades. I'm sick of you. Gasps rose from the crowd around her, and I was brought back to the school hallway. Even my friends beside me looked at me in surprise. One girl looked like she was going to speak up, but Lucette held her hand up to stop her. There was an emotion on her face that I couldn't quite make out, but I could see a form of pity in her eyes. No, don't you dare pity me. I looked away from her. I didn't want to see that emotion in her eyes when she was talking to me. She didn't have the right to look at me that way.
I'm sorry. I know your grandfather passing away must have really taken a toll on your emotions.
She stepped towards me and put her hand on my shoulder, giving me a tiny smile as if for old time's sake. But for some reason, I didn't feel comforted at all. Not that I was just angry at her, but the expression on her face was when she leaned in close to me, contorted into something complex. Something was different about her. I couldn't quite place my finger on it, but something about her had definitely changed.
Well, I'll be going for now. Track meet responsibilities and all of that stuff. See you later.
Is Diana already possessed? Well, I guess I shouldn't say that. We'll talk about it later. Something about Lucette made me feel uncomfortable. I wasn't just angry, but also uneasy. What was it? I had never seen her like that before. But I decided to pay no further attention to it. She continued running down the hallway with her gaggle of friends behind her. I refocused my attention to Miss Phillips, who was walking down the hall towards me.
Is everything all right, girls?
Nothing we couldn't handle, Mrs. P. Just a bunch of snobs.
Suzu, hush! It was nothing, Mrs. Phillips.
I see. Well, Miss Anderson, please accept my condolences for your loss.
Thank you, Miss Phillips.
Your grandfather was a good man. He really upheld the philanthropy of his company's policies, and the money that went towards charity, too.
I know. He was amazing. I really looked up to him and wanted to be as good as he was.
Well, I know that you'll be as great as your grandfather.
Hell yeah, she will. She'll be 10 times better than her grandfather.
Yes, she will. She'll marry a demon. Would I? Would I really be better than my grandfather? Everyone seemed to have high expectations for me. I wanted to do my best to make my family proud, but to be better than my grandfather? I wasn't sure about that. From outside the school window, I saw a familiar blue car pull up to the curb. Undoubtedly, it was my father in the driver's seat. Oh, my ride's here. Well, I guess I'll see you both tomorrow.
Want us to come with you?
Oh, no, it's okay. I'll be fine. See you. Hey, Dad.
Hey, honey.
As I got into the car, I noticed my father looked troubled, clenching at his steering wheel. Clenching at his steering wheel and staring straight ahead, as if something was really bothering him.
About what happened yesterday. I'm sorry for yelling at you. Does your cheek still hurt?
Sure. No, it's nothing to worry about.
I mean it. I shouldn't have laid a finger on you.
Yeah. You shouldn't.
know that you're my most precious daughter.
I'm your
You're
only
all that I
fucking
have.
daughter. That means nothing to me, sir.
I...
Don't. Yet he couldn't bring himself to say what he could never say to me for such a long time. I always wanted to hear those words to affirm how he really felt, but I guess even now he couldn't say it to me. Like an asshole. I turned my head away to look out the window. There was no point in waiting for something that was never going to come. And like that, he began to drive, and the conversation between us ended. I decided to focus my attention on the passing scenery. We were taking the usual route to grandfather's house. It was located within the vicinity of the school's district, but it was still pretty far from the school and from where our house was. He had always lived alone. He insisted on doing things by himself, even at his age, living in such a large house. I wondered, did he pass away with no one at his side as well? It sounded so lonely and sad. It was strange that he decided on living all alone in his large estate. If anything, he could have lived with us. Though he and my father probably would have never, though he and my father probably would have given each other the silent treatment the entire time. Maybe living alone was preferable to that. I actually hadn't visited him for quite a while. Visits to his house were most frequent when I was a child, and I had grown up long since then. The last time I visited, though, I thought he looked just as he usually was, happy and healthy. But things change. In the back of my mind, I knew that he would have to leave one day. It wasn't like humans could live forever. Or can they? Ha ha! So why did my heart still feel so heavy? The car ride was mostly spent in silence until he spoke up again.
How was school?
Oh,
Maintaining
God.
your grades, I hope.
Yeah. I've been trying my best so far.
Trying? That's not really doing the best you can, is it?
With my father, only some words I said were filtered through his ears. It was difficult to keep up a conversation without eventually talking about academics or my future, even if it was something loosely based on it. He always found a way to interrogate it and integrate it whenever we talked.
Anyway, your belongings are in the trunk. There isn't a lot, so I'm sure you can manage bringing them inside the house. After all, you are on the road to being independent now.
Yes, I can manage on my own. The silence resumed between us. I really wasn't sure what to say around him, especially when most of the time we didn't hold the same opinions. One question didn't linger in my mind, though. If he was going to justify acting so nonchalantly at grandfather's funeral, I had the right to at least know why. No, don't bother. There was no use talking to him about this. It would be like reopening a wound or reapplying a bruise. I sighed. He gave me a side glance out of curiosity, but didn't pursue it further. Typical. I leaned against the car door and stared at the window. I really couldn't think. What would this place be like? I'd been to my grandfather's house often, but it was one thing visiting, and it was another thing actually living there. How would I manage on my own without any training to be a homeowner? I knew naturally the bills would be paid by my parents, but inherited grandfather's stocks to the corporation. But I had never lived independently before. It's not hard. If you know how to cook and clean, you'll live. Trust me, especially if you don't have bills to pay for. Like, it's not bad. Thinking about it made me feel like some kind of bird being pushed out of the nest. And though I was technically an adult, I felt unprepared and a bit daunted at the prospect of actually moving into a new place. Most people my age would be ecstatic moving out. After all, it would symbolize some kind of change in their lives, like being on the road to independence. But I felt like it was nothing of the sort. I really hope I wouldn't let my parents down. I wouldn't want to let grandfather down. What would he be saying right now? I gazed up at the passing clouds in the sky. If you're out there, grandfather, how would you be doing? Would there be anything you'd want to tell me in this moment? And of course, no answer. What was I doing? searching for an answer in a heaven that would or would not exist. I ducked my head to stare at the blur of trees and cars from the car window. My head was definitely going into the clouds there at the moment. Either way, I found myself being driven off to my new home. Okay, we're gonna take a break in like 10. The car rolled to a stop, and I drifted out of my thoughts.
Here we are. Go on in.
All right, tell Mom I love her.
All right.
I love you, Dad. No. Make sure to come by and visit us often. No, I'm going to miss you lots. Nothing other than a blank stare. I paused a bit before reaching for the car door handle, waiting for any form of goodbye. But he didn't speak again. I sighed and exited the car, hearing my dad pop open the trunk. The bags I packed last night were large enough to carry only the things I needed. I took them out, placed one bag on each shoulder, and closed the trunk. He then drove off, leaving me alone in front of the mansion. I watched the blue car fade into the distance of the road before turning to see my new home. There it is. It's huge. My grandfather gave this to me. It's so hard to believe. The house was framed by tall gates. I hesitantly pushed them aside to take in the entire estate. The house still looked like it was when I last visited him. At a glance, it seemed kind of intimidating with its size, though if I came closer, it was clear that there was more to it than that. My ears hurt. Sorry. The brick walls were framed by shrubbery and lovely flowers, giving it a homey and welcoming look. But in contrast, the tall doors into the house gave me a feeling of grandeur. I don't know. Moving on. I'm so tired. Who knew what was waiting for me? But I wouldn't back down at this moment. I took out the key to the front doors and unlocked them. Well, might as well make myself at home. I'll be staying here for quite a while, anyways. I think maybe this might be a good time to pause. No, we'll meet the boys first. That's when I saw them. Lying on the floor was a group of men. Fun. They were all unconscious. There was no explanation as to why they were here in the first place. I dropped my bags as I let the door close on its own behind me. Huh? Who the heck are you guys? Why are you here? What's going on? Bitch, they're unconscious. Some of them had opened wounds. The blood was staining the floors. Oh my gosh. The blood was staining the floor, and the scent was intermingling with the air. Bitch, they're unconscious and like have bad injuries. Call freaking 911 or what? I don't know what the number is in the States. I don't know. But call emergency services. Don't yell at them that they're in your house. I couldn't help but feel bad for them instinctively. Yes, you should. They are dying. But still, I was shocked and a bit angry at the situation. How? Why? My mind suddenly went from caring, concerned, to confused and demanding answers. Who are you people? No response. I wonder why. Oh, hi, Mary. Oh, yeah, I totally messed up. Hi, Mary. One moment. I have to fix chat. Thank you for pointing out that my chat box is totally broken. R.I.P. Grandpa. How long have you been? Shit, I didn't even notice you've been here a while. God damn it, chat. Hold on. I'm gonna fix that really quickly. God damn it. So sorry. Thought I was just talking to myself. R.I.P. Grandpa would have called me the it is called 911 too. Great. Thank you. Give me a minute. God damn it. How long have you been here? I feel so bad. Oh my god. Oh fuck. Oh shit. Okay. Wait, hold on. No, it's not sponsorships. I'm not. This video is sponsored by. Okay, hold on. Edit. What the frick? Why? Okay. Hold on. Da da da. Oh, okay, okay. What the frick? Okay, I'm finally getting your chat. What the frick? LMAO. I don't like. Why did I not get these sooner? Oh my lord. Okay, hold on. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Spacing out. Keep messaging. I need to see if this is working. I don't know what. That's so irritating. Save. Oh my lord. How long have you been messaging? I should have checked chat. Oh my god. I feel silly now. Just send up testers. Okay, that's a bit better. Let's raise it up just a tad bit more. Okay. That should be working. I should be able to see your messages now, Mary, when you send them in. Are you kidding me? Okay, let's do that. Save. Like, what the frick? Why did that happen? All good. Okay, at least I'm getting your messages now. That was so weird. I shouldn't have to. Oh my gosh. Yay! Yay! And it's actually keeping up time. That looks good. Okay. Dear Lord. How long have you been here? How long have you been here? I keep checking chat and I just did not see. Have you been here since the burial of Grandpa? What the fuck? Guys, I'm so Jesus Christ. Are you serious right now? How long have you been here? Well then, welcome to the I'm embarrassed. It's fine. It's alright, I'm gonna keep chat like this. I've been here since half of the car. Okay, so you got here a little recently. Okay, but hey, chat is actually on time. It's showing me stuff. How's the delay? Is it better than yesterday? Because I know the delay was awful yesterday. Oh my lord, that is. But yes, if you wonder why I wasn't answering you, now you know. Now you know why I wasn't answering you. Because I low-key didn't know you were here. A little lol. Okay. Okay, that's not too bad though. But it's better than it was yesterday because y'all were sending me messages and I wasn't getting them till like much later. The same? Okay. I think it's a little faster. It might just be stream delay because I'm getting them a little faster. By the way, how do you like the new like overlay for the stream? So that way we're not clipping into characters with chat. How do you like it? Yay, people are here. We're about to go on break too, Jesus. All right. I have chat up. Okay. So, no response. Yeah, but though these men are fucking unconscious. It's cute. Thank you. I read it. I'm glad you like it. All right. I'll call the police. Bitch. They're unconscious. Sometimes I'm like, Michaela Laws is great. Other times I'm like, Michaela, what were you doing while you were writing this? Because Mika is like, she motherfucking dense. Motherfucker be dense. What is, oh, it's my pen. Okay, well done. Hold on. Still nothing. Oh. None of them seemed to be awake. It seemed surreal. to have random strangers in the house I just moved into. But I wanted answers quickly. That was until... Get away from me!
Woman, you're going to let me kiss you.
Sam! My boy! She's so dumb. Well, yeah, no, she is. She's so freaking stupid. But my boy is here! The person that another one of my friends freaking hates. Yes, my man. I couldn't believe it. Within a mere blink of an eye, one of the men went from lying on the floor to being right in front of my face. What was even more odd was the fact that I felt serene and almost calm about it. Slowly, desire burned from my chest, telling me to accept his kiss, even when my mind woman, I'ma kiss you. Yes, he is. Big words do not run in my brain. Refused. I wanted to adamantly. I'm changing that to adamantly. Is that a word? Is this a word? I've never. I don't know this word. I don't know it. Go ahead.
Good.
Sounds like he's drinking soup. Someone pointed that out and I still laugh at that. As he kissed me, I could feel my body go weak. It is a word. Fuck. Okay. I didn't know why, but that kiss was draining me of my energy, and yet it was so good and made my heart sing. It was a strange and tingly feeling that danced over every nerve of my body. I could feel streams of intangible energy run through my veins and into my lips. It felt odd, but at the same time, it felt amazing. Jesus, girl, get a room.
Sam, stop it.
Hi, Bradley. How are you? Man eating soup over here. The person kissing me, Sam was his name. Glanced behind him.
I said stop.
Oh, sorry, James.
Fine.
Actually, I'm not sorry. I don't like you. Sorry, Bradley. I'll apologize to the voice actor, but I won't apologize to James. Finally, he pulled back, and I was left standing there in a daze. I couldn't tell what was going on. My mind was completely enwrapped by the kiss that melted into the depths of my forgotten memories.
Please forgive my brother. He's a bit reckless.
A bit?
At least I feel a hell of a lot better than you right now.
Because you used your abilities on her.
Is it just me or the idea of someone saying, like, in real life that you used your abilities on her? Is it kind of cringe? It's because it kind of feels cringe. It's a little silly goofy, but also pretty cringe. Pretty cringe. I don't know. Alright, and with that, we're gonna break. I just want to go. I want to get some. I want to put food in my stomach for a bit. I think everyone in my family is eating dinner, so I'm gonna go grab some dinner, and it will reconvene in like 5. So at like 5:38, I'll be back. All right, let me get some music. Hold on. Whoop, wrong thing. All right, let's get back to OBS and okay. Eat. I'm going to. Hold on. Oh no, wrong thing. There it is. Position. All right. I shall be back. I'm gonna go eat some food. Why is there 2 chat box? Hold on. What the frick? I'm so confused. What is happening? Studio. I put 2 in. What the frick? I put 2 in. All right. We don't need this one. Why is there 2 chats? Freaking. Oh my lord. Apparently I did have a chat. I just couldn't see it. All right. I'm gonna go eat food. I'm gonna grab food, and I'll be back. Enjoy the break. Bye. I'll be back. There we go. Ate. Let's keep going.
Sam, you're such a reckless brute. Taking advantage of a beautiful young woman like her.
Ah. Oh, chat is disconnected. Chat says. What do you mean chat was disconnected? Hi. Hi, Mary. How are you today? How are we? Okay. It's working fine. All right. Yeah, here's Eric. Blah, blah.
Shut that pretty boy mouth of yours before I rip it off your pretty boy face.
Okay, calm down, mister.
Sheesh, you guys. Can we not fight right now? Not all of us are in the best state.
Yeah, exactly. Back up.
I guess you are right, Matthew.
I agree.
Baby boy. He's baby. He's baby Damien.
However, as the men got up and started to chat freely, my thoughts began to reassemble, and I remembered my confusion and anger once more. Slept all day instead of doing homework. Honestly, valid. You go, queen. You go, queen. Only now it was multiplied tenfolds. What?
Huh? Did you say something beautiful?
And I exploded. What is going on? Why the hell are you in my house? Why are you all bleeding? You kissed me. Who are you? I couldn't help exploding, but after being taken advantage of and being left in a mush state, my words escaped without filter. It definitely scared the men around me and the guy who kissed me. Well, don't encourage me. I will enable encouragement. Wait a second. The guy who kissed me.
Ouch! What's your problem?
What's your problem? You can't just go around forcing people to kiss you like that. Are you some kind of pervert?
Pervert? It was only a kiss.
It might mean nothing to you, but it meant but it meant a lot to me.
What? Was it your first kiss? Ow! Hey, what was that for?
I know first kisses aren't exactly amazing and full of sparkles like out of a fairy tale, but I at least expected it to be more than just something forced on me.
So it was your first kiss. Stop making such a big deal out of it.
Are you asking to get punched again?
Well, what do you want me to do? It's not like I can somehow take it back.
I want you to apologize. You should at least apologize. That would suffice. As if to himself, he muttered something under his breath.
Why do I always look like the bad guy? Apologies aren't my forte.
They're not.
But I'll try my best.
They've never been your forte, sweetie.
Okay, fine. I'm sorry.
Sorry about what?
I'm sorry for kissing you like that. I went too far.
He sighed and ran his fingers through his hair.
I didn't mean for it to turn out that way. It's just, I act on impulse, okay? It's difficult to control myself and...
Ew. Ick. Icky, man. It's okay. No, that's the wrong tone. It's okay. I get what you're trying to say. Thank you for the apology.
Yeah, no problem.
Anyways, if you try to pull any funny business in the future, just a fair warning, I know Taekwondo. I think I've bickered enough. Time to get back to the main issue. So, what exactly are all of you doing in my house?
Miss, please forgive us in our intrusion. We didn't know this abode belonged to anyone, nor did we have the time to take that into consideration.
What? What do you mean? You can't just barge into people's homes. He's so ew. I love Sam. Unless you're talking about James. In that case, I do agree with you. James is ew. My unbridled rage against James.
We wouldn't have had to if we weren't as wounded as we are currently. We just escaped from a deadly fight that could have ended our lives. Luckily for us, your home was near and the windows were unlocked, so we quickly came inside.
The last I remembered, there are laws preventing strangers from stepping on private property. Although, considering the severity of their wounds, it had to be serious. I guess that explains the wounds. But not why he kissed me. He had absolutely no right to do that.
Well, lovely flustered lady, it's hard to explain, truly. We're not exactly normal.
Clearly. They both ew. Oh boy. Not normal? What are you guys, demons or something? I was joking, but the boys seemed to take my question differently. Hi, baby. He's so cute. Love Damien.
Well, yeah, actually, something like that.
Huh? Or I guess it's eh.
We're incubi, miss. Demons who consume and use sexual energy of humans to survive.
Incubi. Demons that haunt humans and make them sex-crazed monsters. The mythical beings that could look like anything just to get into your pants. The imaginary monsters you only saw in movies or on TV shows.
Hello? Did you hear him?
We're telling the truth.
Do you think she's still processing it?
Yes, and she'll understand right about...
Right. That was funny while it lasted, but it's time to cut the joke short. Incubuses don't exist. Sorry, I used the correct plural form. There was no way they actually exist. That would be practically impossible.
Incubi is
Oh,
the correct
what was
plural
me,
form.
Mr. Actually?
And yes, we do exist.
Mm-hmm. Prove it. As soon as the words left my mouth, I instantly regretted them.
Very well. Eric, go ahead.
Ugh, God, why'd you pick him?
Very well.
Back up, sir.
My sweet, you're so tempting with such non-belief.
Hi, Chris.
Let me ease your mind with a tender kiss. I promise you'll enjoy every minute of it. And maybe you'll even want more.
Stop. Ew. What? Once again, I was lost in a pool of calm and serenity. Staring into Eric's eyes, I felt waves of heat course through my chest and onto my face. Ew, yeah. Painting my cheeks red in their wake, I couldn't help but nod and agree to his offer. Yeah, okay. What was that voice like? What was that voice line? Chris, you're killing me, dude. With another kiss, my heart began to burn once again in my chest, and my mind was sent spinning in heated, passion-filled pleasure. Once more, I could feel my body drain of energy as he kissed me. How dramatic.
All right, that's enough.
Aw, very well.
Yeah.
I feel so much better.
Back up, sir. As he pulled away, I was left in a mental mush pool. I felt weak in the knees, despite my will demanding me to stand straight in front of the boys before me. The world around me began to spin as I tried to speak. I think I'm going to.
Ah, where are our manners? I'm James.
Not here.
And these are my brothers. Sam, Eric, Matthew, and Damien.
Oh, my lord. Hi, Damien. How are you, baby?
Miss, are you okay?
Shit. She fainted.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm such an inconvenience to you, Sam. I'm sorry my fainting made you a problem. But you were already an issue, so, like, you evolving into a problem, that's not much. Not much change. I couldn't believe it. Incubi. Real. It all spun around in my head until I saw only black. Floating in the darkness, my mind kept replaying the scene over and over again, reminding my body of the touch of lips against mine. However, I began to feel smooth silk around me, and my eyelids unwillingly opened. Where? I awoke to find myself in an unfamiliar place. Where was Mom? Dad? I was pretty sure this wasn't my room. Oh, wait. I lived at Grandfather's house now. Of course it'd be unfamiliar. I rubbed my eyes and surveyed my surroundings. I was still in the clothes I had arrived at the house in, but I was laying in a silk-covered bed. I remembered coming in the afternoon, so how was it nighttime already? Suppressing a yawn, I stretched my arms. Maybe I should order some food for delivery. I was about to sit up when I suddenly realized I wasn't alone.
You're awake.
Hi! Huh, yeah! How long has he been there? And who the heck was he? A guy in my bedroom. Did we? There's no way. I'm so sorry you had to listen to my thoughts, sir. Sorry. I think I was saying my thoughts aloud. Why was I apologizing to a stranger who said 2 words since I woke up? Wait, he looked eerily familiar. Then it came back to me. Incubus. He was an incubus. He and his brothers came here for refuge, and 2 of them kissed me, and then I fainted. And that was how things came to this. Oh. He was leaning against the far wall looking at me. My heart began to race as I thought of endless lists of possibilities this situation brought me. I hated the thought of being under an incubi's power, especially in a bedroom. Calm the frick down. This is baby Damien. He won't hurt you. I took a deep breath. I was sure that if any of them wanted to take advantage of me, they would have already. They did already, actually. There's a difference. Yeah, I'm awake now.
That's good.
Hi, he's so cute. I love this man. He's so cute. His voice actor is great too. I saw a small form of a smile on his face, which made me blush a bit. Why though? One thing still concerned me though.
I'm not going to use my powers on you.
Huh? How?
I can read minds. It's an ability I was born with. Each of us has a different ability, outside of our usual mind-altering powers.
Baby boy didn't ask for it either. Great. Even more surprises. My worry about the situation I was in grew. I see. How long have I been asleep?
For a few hours. It's already gotten quite dark outside.
Well, where are the others?
My brothers are downstairs, cleaning up the blood from the lobby floor. And making you dinner as an apology.
Oh, okay. That's unexpectedly sweet.
Oh, it's the least we can do after invading your home, and 2 of us using our powers on you.
Powers on you. Still cringe. You've got a point. Right, I had forgotten about that. It still irked me that they had practically taken advantage of me at that point. Even if they were demons, it was pretty rude to demonstrate their powers by kissing me. I was not some toy they could use. All of this seemed unreal. It was like something out of those romance novels Naomi read. Novels Naomi read. That should be plural, reads. I wish I could have just went back to sleep and forgotten all about this. Maybe I should have called the police on them. Then I never would have landed in this situation.
Do you feel well enough to get out of bed?
Yeah, I think so. Whoa!
Trust me, I won't let you go.
Please don't! This man is so cute! I'm not so sure about this.
I promise.
Okay. I trust you.
Good.
I was speechless. He was carrying me as if I weighed nothing. He was so strong.
Thank you.
Okay! Leave me be. If I want to be a simp. Listen, this man's voice actor is Jonas Scott. How can one not be a simp for Jonas Scott? It is Jonas Scott. Love this man. Oh, yeah. I forgot.
It's all right. I'm used to it.
Oh, baby. I decided to close my mouth for the time being. I didn't want to weird him out or make things more awkward than they already were. Well, he didn't seem to mind carrying me or listening to me talk, so at least things weren't too strange. Damien seemed very quiet and calm about everything, especially with the situation we were in. However, there was a sort of longing in his eyes when he looked at me that wasn't lustful. It was more in admiration. You've never heard of... You need to look him up. He is a doll. He's so sweet. He's such a bean. You should look him up. He's great. Once we reached the lobby, I decided that I felt well enough to walk on my own. As strong as he was, it was like he was carrying nothing. I didn't want to make him carry me everywhere. Yeah, that would be mortifying. Thanks for carrying me, but I think I can walk by myself now. Not saying that I didn't like it. I mean, I liked it. Not in a weird way. Of course, it's not like I get carried around all the time. What I'm trying to say is that it was really nice of you to do that. I started to fumble over my words again. Real smooth. He's not a Wow! Okay, Genshin nerd. Get out of here. Did that mess up? I think it's okay. Yes, it's okay. All right. Okay, I started to fumble over my words again. Real smooth.
It's no problem. I'll be heading to the dining room then.
All right. See you. All right, I want to bite up my food. I haven't touched it since I got back. Hold on. Yum, 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 yum. Now I think about it, Jonah Scott should be in flipping Genshin. He's a phenomenal voice actor. So good. Moving on. He gently lowered me to the ground before he walked off quietly, disappearing into the shadows of the dark lobby.
Oh, hi!
Hi, Matthew! How are you, love? Suddenly, a boy who looked around my age, or possibly younger, bounced over to me. He looked vaguely familiar. Oh, wait. You're Matthew, right?
Mm-hmm, that's me. Are you feeling any better now? We were all worried when you suddenly passed out.
I'm fine.
Really? Your face is kind of red. Do you feel sick?
No. I'm fine. I'm sure of it. I must have been blushing when Damien was carrying me down the stairs. How embarrassing.
Well, if you say so. I hope Sam and Eric didn't make you upset.
It's okay. After all, I did hit Sam after what he did. As for Eric, I just wanted you guys to prove to me what you were saying. I suppose incubi are real then? I wondered how exactly I got myself into this mess. First my grandfather, then a fight with my father, blowing up at Lucette, and now this. I certainly had a knack for getting myself into sticky situations.
Oh, I have an idea.
He shoved his hand into his pocket with a cheery grin on his face.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Is he trying to do a magic trick?
Ta-da!
Simon Tabby! What is that exactly? A smile as if... he smiled as if to wave it off, but then he opened his eyes and saw what he was holding. His face froze in shock.
Wait a second. What did I just make? This is...
What he produced from his pocket was a creepy-looking doll.
Oh, what is that?
I'm not sure. Simon Tabby. His face paled considerably, and he dropped it onto the floor, scooting away frantically.
Get it away from me! It might be possessed by a demon or something!
But isn't he a demon? Oh shit, I just hit my mic. I'm so sorry.
That's not what I wanted to make. I just wanted to surprise you with a stuffed animal or just something to cheer you up. That looks like it came straight out of a horror movie.
Oh, baby! He slumped his shoulders and looked down at his feet. It's okay. You don't have to look so dejected. I mean, it's certainly unique. I will keep it.
But it looks so creepy.
It's a thought that counts, right? You wanted to cheer me up, after all. I picked up the doll and took a closer look. Sure, it seemed pretty weird at first, but it could be cuter from a certain angle. I gave him a small smile. Thanks.
You're welcome. It's good to see you smiling, even though the thing I made still kind of creeps me out.
Boy, if you...
Anyway, you should come with me to the dining room. We're almost finished with the food, and, well, I don't mean to brag, but we're pretty decent chefs.
Sounds great. Lead the way. Something smells good. My stomach grumbled in agreement. I was starving.
Oh, the girl's awake.
Bitch, if you don't. I have a name. Excuse you. I have a name, you know.
Should we really care?
Sam, I will roast that tongue for dinner if it doesn't stop flapping in that idiotic mouth of yours.
Fun fact, I have used this line on somebody because they would not shut up and they would not stop being rude to me. So I used this because I liked it.
Whatever.
I apologize for his attitude.
Oh, no, it's fine. You? Come on! Are you saying you at me or you at Sam? I don't know what you're saying you at.
Good. I hope you'll enjoy the meal we prepared for you.
Dear Lord. Meal? For a second, my mind didn't understand what James meant. Maybe it was the shock from the doll getting into my head and distracting me. Ah, that's right. Damien and Matthew mentioned that they were making dinner as an apology. Oh, wait, you didn't have to. Wait, Sam, fair. Fair enough. Sam be Sam, though.
We insist. Besides, it's quite impossible to undo our cooking, even if you command us to.
All right, well, thank you. Matthew put down the last plates on the table and bowed a bit exaggeratedly to me, gesturing to the table with a sweeping motion.
There we go. Dinner's all served.
The table was filled with food from an eclectic selection of cuisines. One portion of the table was filled with elegantly plated Asian food, and another portion some yummy-looking desserts. And there were yet more and more plates than I could possibly have imagined. Whoa, that's a lot of food. It looks amazing.
We hope you enjoy it, my sweet.
Back up. My sweet. Me?
That's enough, Eric.
You're no fun, James.
I don't need to be fun, Eric. Miss, please follow me.
I didn't know what came over me, whether it was his manners or his power, but I couldn't help but take his offered arm. James seemed very kind and intelligent. Aside from that, he's a bitch. Sorry. Disdain for James committee. I am the leader of it. No, it's so weird. It is weird, isn't it? He's such a weirdo. Like, who is he? Who does he think he is? To offer me his arm. Eric is weird? Oh, Eric. I mean, to be fair, it's how he's written in this game. What? Eric. James? Hate him. Fuck him. Yes, fuck James. Eric's okay. He's a little Casanova. He's a little too like sexualized for me in this game. I do like him in the sequel though. He's really sweet in the sequel. Yeah, but no, fuck James. Moving on. What? James is like one of 3 normal brothers. What do you mean? What do you mean? James is a bit. He ran away from his responsibilities like a pussy. James seemed very kind and intelligent. Blah, blah, blah. There was something that set him apart from his brothers. That he's a bitch. Not to mention he didn't really seem to hold much appreciation for them.
Miss, I have to ask, why do you live alone?
Oh, well, it's kind of a long story.
I'm all ears if you wish to tell.
Why is he so close to his mic at that line? What the fuck? Why was he so close to his mic? James, like, Jesus, Bradley, back up. Yeah, why not? I'll put it briefly. I just moved here today.
That explains the luggage you brought in when you came through the front doors. By the way, we put your belongings in the room you were sleeping in. That seems to be the master bedroom, I believe.
Thanks. This house is really big. I don't think I even explored the entirety of this estate when I was a child.
You lived here before?
No. Truth be told, this is my grandfather's house. I used to visit him all the time when I was younger.
May I ask why you now live in your grandfather's house?
He actually passed away yesterday. It was bequeathed to me in his will, and I was sent to live here whether I liked it or not.
My condolences. It seems like you don't like the idea of living here.
It's not that I don't like this house or don't have fond memories of being here. It's just the implications that came with staying at this estate. It's sort of complicated to explain.
How do you feel about it?
I certainly wasn't expecting that question, but yo, do you see the spelling error? But eat. This game's still riddled with spelling errors. Oh, but it's handmade. It's still cute. But it was a nice surprise. It was different from what I had heard the entire day at school. I appreciated the fact that he was willing to listen. I feel angry, sad, scared, and confused. Well, yeah. It's hard picking out the different emotions that I'm feeling right now. I wish I was stronger.
You don't have to be strong.
Exactly. Okay, James finally said something reasonable. What do you mean?
I understand that you're going through a difficult time, so it's okay to feel those emotions. You don't have to be strong at all.
Thank you.
Are you all right? There seems to be a small bruise on your cheek.
I had completely forgotten about my cheek, but even if I remembered, I thought no one would have noticed something as small as that. Oh, I'm fine. He stopped and leaned in close, a bit too close for comfort, expecting my face. He was really quite tall, having to bend over quite a bit just to look at my face. It was hard to look at him, especially when he was so close. After a few seconds, he straightened up and began walking again.
Well, if you're having any problems, I'm always here to listen.
That's really kind of you to offer.
My pleasure. Here's your seat.
Let me get your chair for you, lovely lady.
I smell women. Smell them in the air. Think I'll drop my anchor in that harbor over. That's what that line gives me, because from you, Mary, who I'm guessing you have not watched Les Mis. One of the songs in Les Mis is called "Lovely Ladies." It's about whores and ladies of the night back in the day of France, running around and sleeping with men, and men paying for their services. And then Fantine is like trying to get work, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, moving on. Oh, Eric was very charming, and his smile pulled at my heart. The way he kept flirting with me definitely designated him as the playboy of the brothers, yet I noticed that there was a little distance in his eyes.
By the way, I apologize for my behavior earlier. Stealing your second kiss like that.
Okay. Huh? Oh, yeah. When I didn't believe that you were incubi. It's fine, I guess. I mean, you didn't just get up and grab a kiss for no reason. Oh, actually, you didn't just get up and grab a kiss for no reason. Staring at Sam.
I'm not as forward, unlike Sam.
I just still Sam as Sam. Oh, bloopers. That's funny. Anyways, moving on. Suddenly, Eric leaned in and whispered, "No!
I won't lie though. I enjoyed kissing you and feeling you melt in my arms.
Ew! Go away! Stop! How did I listen to this when I was like 12? I was torn between smacking him and trying to play it cool. I would smack him, but I'll be cool. Because I just want to make I have a save point, but whatever. You sure are quite the charmer.
Yes, I am known for that.
Clearly. As much as I appreciate the constant compliments, you don't have to keep talking to me like that.
Like what?
He batted his eyelids as if he had no idea what I was talking about, and I couldn't help but laugh. Well, like you're trying to get into my pants half the time.
I can assure you, I'm just a lover of beautiful women.
Mm-hmm. Something tells me that there's more to it than that. For a moment, he looked away, losing a bit of his smile. Before I could question it, though, he turned back to me with a new teasing smile.
Did you want there to be more?
Ew, no. I didn't want to hit him, but I didn't know how to react, so I couldn't look at him. He merely chuckled again in my ear.
Sorry. You just look so cute when you're blushing.
That was fine until you made the last point. I felt my face heat up simply from his words. Then Eric took my hand and kissed it gently.
I hope you'll enjoy dinner, however, my dear.
No, stop. Calm down, sir. I drew my attention back to the dishes. I was both intrigued and slightly scared of the amount of food they made. Seeing my expression, Eric leaned forward and proudly smiled, gesturing to all of the dishes that were with a dramatic sweep of his arm.
I made almost all of the dishes myself.
Harmoniously enough, Matthew looked at him with a shocked expression, as if he was betrayed. His face changed instantly to that of a frown.
And I'm the Queen of the Nile.
I wish he said, and I'm the fucking Queen of Sheba. I really wish that was the line, because it's so funny. Yeah, and I'm the fucking Queen of Sheba.
What's that supposed to mean?
Me, you, and James did the work together, dummy.
It's you, James, and I.
Oh my
Matthew.
God, I'm actually over here.
Little boys will always make mistakes.
Oh, I just took a bite of food. Matthew looked at James in disbelief, probably for siding with Eric, and annoyingly swiveled back towards Eric.
I'm not a little boy. I'm barely a year younger than you.
Well, you certainly don't act like it.
Oh, fuck. Come in there. I'm eating a grilled cheese. I also just nearly yeeted my freaking keyboard. Whoops. It's a grilled cheese. I'm trying to dip it in ketchup. I made two. I've only had one half of the 2 grilled cheeses that I've made in the past, almost hour of streaming. I really couldn't help but laugh. Matthew seemed very much like a kid. Yes, it's very good. I made it in an air fryer. Would you believe it? I made it in an air fryer. It was a lot faster. He was adorable. However, I couldn't help but feel like, in a way, he was much more mature than the others, especially Eric. And ketchup? No, I didn't make it in ketchup. I made it in the air fryer. I'm dipping it in ketchup because I like ketchup with my grilled cheese. Leave me be. Okay.
Huh? Is something funny?
No, it's nothing at all. Thank you for the meal, all of you.
Oh, you're welcome, miss.
Baby.
Such a well-mannered young lady. beautiful inside and out.
Eric, knock it off.
Please. In agreement with Matthew, Sam cocked his head and glared at Eric.
Seriously, you're getting really annoying with that suck-up act.
It was obvious that Sam was the bad boy of the group. What is the dialogue? This feels very 2012, like 2010s. Kind of like, that's so random, or like, I don't know. Ew. He had his big tough guy act, and physically he was the strongest of the five, but was there more to him than that?
I'm just trying to be a gentleman. The young girl has already gone through so much. She deserves a good treatment.
There's a difference between being a gentleman and being an obnoxious flirt.
Facts.
Schooled even by James. You're gonna need some cold water for that burn.
Such a kid.
Oh, David is so cute.
By the way, I don't believe we caught your name even though you know each of us.
I'm Kita.
It's a pleasure to finally know your name.
Yeah, that's a nice name.
They were so comfortable around me, despite the awkward situation we landed in. It was as if it was totally natural for them to be around humans. I guess that was just how incubi worked. But I was still curious about one thing. Excuse me. All at once, they turned to me. I didn't know why, but having all of them look at me made me feel kind of important, like a queen or something.
What is it, miss?
I mean, thank you for the food, but I still need to know why you all came here. I feel like I don't quite understand. Understand? Yeah, like being told that a bunch of incubi randomly appeared in your house was perfectly understandable.
Oh, how do we explain?
We were attacked. We came here to heal. What's so difficult to understand?
Now you're just being rude, Sam.
I'm just saying. How is that difficult to understand?
That's valid, but like, give the girl a break. No, I mean, what specifically happened?
Well, you see, we've been traveling around for quite some time now. Just recently we came into town, but we were jumped by this band of misfits. So, in order to escape and heal,
Misfit toys.
We came here for shelter. Again, we apologize for the mess we made.
It's fine, I guess. So you're all better now, right?
Yup, all thanks to you.
Huh? Me?
You see, beautiful.
Okay.
We feed on sexual energy.
Do you know?
But we don't just get it from kissing lovely ladies such as yourself. We can simply touch someone's hand to obtain sexual energy. Everyone carries sexual energy, you know.
Then why the frick did you kiss me? Multiple times! I was shocked. I wasn't just kissing that guy. What? It wasn't just kissing that guy that... Oh my lord, I can't read. It wasn't just kissing that gave them power. It was anything physical. No wonder I was out of it for a while. These incubi... That's a big word. Intrigued. These incubi intrigued me, but I could almost hear a warning siren going off in my head. Don't laugh at me, Mary, please.
Is there anything
No one
else
clip
you wish
that.
to know?
Well, what do you all plan to do now?
Yeah, what are we gonna do now, James?
That is a very good question. We just got here, and surely we'll be hunted again if we leave.
We can take him easily.
Not without more training, Sam. The result of that was clearly evident in our last encounter with them.
Oh, come on! I never know when to take a bite of food. Wait, what? I clipped something else. Oh, come on! I'll have to watch that later. At that moment, I didn't know what came over me, but I felt very sorry for them. They couldn't survive out there. If they didn't know how to if they didn't know breaking and entering was against the law, they probably didn't know what else was illegal. They would cause chaos all over town. On the flip side, they could be taken in for questioning and even poked and prodded, like frogs for lab research. That was even worse. But most of all, they reminded me of me back then. I was standing alone. The entire classroom was filled with laughter and chatter, but I stood in the midst of it, quiet and alone. It was strange seeing the whole world pass in front of me with such vibrancy, all while I stood there. On the plus side, I wasn't engaging in any drama that might have arisen, like scribbling on someone's paper or for revenge or kicking someone too hard. It was kind of nice just standing back and watching things pass by and life go on. I had long convinced myself that I preferred being alone. I often encouraged myself. I'm pretty sure that's not how you spell myself. But I can't spell. So Mary, can I get a confirmation in chat that that is not how you spell myself? My self. My self. That's the word. Saying, yeah, I want to be alone. There's no one I like better than me, so I ought to spend more time with myself. But there was a certain bitterness that made me feel sad. There was a difference between being alone and feeling lonely. I just didn't realize it at that moment. And even after... What? Oh. The first... Oh no, the second one, yes. And even after that moment, my father, my mother, there was no one to turn to. I was so lonely. That's when I decided on it right then. I was going to see my grandfather. I didn't care if my father wouldn't take me. I was going to walk my way over there and see what he had to say about it. I had never met seen him before that. Sure. But what better time to see him than then? If no one else was going to help me with what I was feeling, I might as well have turned to him. So after school, I decided to walk there. I had no idea how to get there, and I was armed with only a scrap of paper with an address scribbled on it. As a 7-year-old, I obviously had great ideas. Soon I knew I was lost. I just stood there on the sidewalk, back pressed up against the wall, and eyes watching the strangers passing by. And, like always, people continued to pass by, and life continued to go on. I was more depressed than ever. I had ended up in a situation I was originally in. Nothing had changed. I thought that I was silly for even thinking I could change things with my own hands. That was until a voice brought me back to reality.
Hun, is that you?
I looked up and saw an unfamiliar face, but it was obvious that whoever was talking to me knew who I was. And from that moment, things began to change. Life began moving its rusty joints, and I realized that things were moving along. Suddenly, I had become part of a crowd that moved like a blur past me. I was no longer someone who stood still and watched life pass by. Life had changed. I had changed. Because the person who found me that day was my grandfather. I had the opportunity to help them. The question was, would I? I wanted to. But I wasn't sure if that was the best idea. After all, 5 demons in my house wasn't exactly the living arrangement I had imagined moving into. There was the matter of making sure no one found out about their powers. Thinking about them as lab rats made my stomach queasy. And even if they passed for humans, how would I explain having guests living in my house? Imagine if my friends came over. They would practically think was part of a harem or something. Oh God, imagine if my parents came over. I think my mom would faint. Who knows what my dad would do? I think he would have them arrested on the spot. Ugh, this was so hard. Maybe I should have written out a pros and cons list before actually having to make the decision.
Don't worry too much about it. You have plenty of time to decide. Besides, you should do what makes you happy as well.
It was strange that I happened to remember what my grandfather said to me when I was little, but it did kind of make sense. They weren't in the same exact situation that I was in before, but I did want to help them out. I think it would ease my conscience and also make me a bit happy to give them help, as weird as that sounded. Clenching my hands into fists, I strengthened my resolve to speak up. You could.
What was that, lovely lady?
Never mind. Nope. That is,
Spit it out already.
Shut up! You could stay with me here, if you'd like. As soon as I finished, the room became still. I'm not sure what went through their heads. The silence in the air cut like a knife until I spoke up once more. It looks like you all need a place to stay, and, well, I just moved into this giant house, so it made sense to ask. It was still quiet in the room. I decided to keep talking. If you would like to stay here, though, there are two things that I need you all to do, and that you need you all to follow.
Yes?
First of all, you can't use your powers or deliberately do something that might harm me or any guest that comes over. Save for enemies, but you get the gist of it.
That sounds reasonable.
That's a weird line. Second, you have to help me with with any errands around the house. This place is kind of big, so yeah.
That is a generous offer, miss. Are you sure that would be okay? We don't wish to burden you any more than we already have.
It's all right, really. I mean, I just started living here myself, so I would appreciate some help around the house.
A wonderful idea. We'll live here and train while helping you with the house.
Sam looks
Servants
so
for the lovely
irritated.
princess.
Look, I love Sam.
What? Are you serious?
Calm down.
Shh, be quiet, Sam. I haven't slept in a bed for days.
They all seem to like the idea, except for Sam. And hey, I didn't really hate the idea either, even if they were incubi. It would be interesting having 5 guys helping me to take care of the house, given they would follow the rules that I had laid down.
Grr, fine, but we're not staying here forever.
Okay.
Only
keep
until
saying
we
that.
can beat up that group of punks.
Sure.
I think that is a reasonable time limit for our stay.
Yes, this is awesome.
Also beautiful.
Ugh.
If you need a bedfellow.
No.
Eric, knock it off.
Thank you. I was happy that they agreed. Maybe it was because I wasn't going to be lonely for a while, or because they all needed help. I would never be sure.
So what are we waiting for? Let's celebrate and dig in.
Finally, I'm starving.
Instantly, Matthew and Sam began to stuff themselves with food on the table. I noticed James' eye twitching in irritation, so I stifled my incoming laugh.
Really, you two? You're both acting like pigs.
Oh, let them have a little freedom, James. It's not like we've eaten recently either. I'm sure they've been starving.
Still, that's no excuse for stuffing their faces like backyard swine.
I almost couldn't hold it in. All right, this is where I'm asking you, Mary. Mary, who do we want to Who do we want to pursue? Which one of the brothers? Anyone's okay but James. James is a no for me. Even if you say James, I will pick someone else. I'll literally pull up a wheel. But like, which boy? What boy do we want to pursue first? Because I don't know. Because I love Damien. I love him so much. But I also love Matthew and Sam. Eric's pretty okay too. But like, Jamie was about to say James, lol. Who is Jamie? Jamie? Okay, but no, we're not saying we're not the redhead that is in Oh, Damien! Oh, yes! I will happily do Damien's route. Damien is baby. You will like Damien. Okay. So I didn't. So then, I think it's... Yep. Okay. I can't see what I type. How can you not see it? I looked back at Damien, who had been silent the whole time. He was leaning against the far wall, moving his lips almost silently to the empty space beside him. Out of curiosity, I looked the same way, though I found nothing there.
It's nothing.
Huh? I looked back to see Damien looking at me with his normal, blank stare. I couldn't help but stare back, feeling the red tint of embarrassment spreading across my face. As I stared, Damien gave a very small smile and closed his eyes, returning to his thoughts. Eventually, we all ate dinner together. It was strange, eating with just guys, but they were enjoyable to be around. They made me feel like a part of their family as we ate together. However, our peace was soon disrupted. Huh? It's my mom. Excuse me. Hello?
Hey, honey, how are you? I'm sorry I didn't get to see you off.
Hi, Mom. Everything's fine. I'm actually eating dinner right now.
Oh, good, good. So there was food there. Well, your father wanted me to call and talk to you about having a house party tomorrow night to celebrate the new house and all.
A house party? Tomorrow night. So soon?
Your father insists. You know how he is with events.
Of course, the bitch. I knew exactly what she meant. He didn't like long, relaxing periods between important events. It was surprisingly messed up. It was slightly messed up. Slightly. It was very messed up. I was expected to act on the drop of a dime. From moving immediately the day after a funeral to my grandfather's house to now organizing a party. I know. Well, since I don't exactly have you two here to help me arrange it, I'm going to need some time to prepare things.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, Suzu and Naomi can help. I have work, and you know how your father is.
I know. I have to do it myself. He won't help.
I'm sure it'll be amazing, honey. I have faith in you.
Thanks, Mom.
All right, I gotta go. I love you, sweetie.
I love you too, Mom. Great. Now how am I going to do this?
Is something wrong?
Shut up.
She has to organize a house party for her parents.
Hi, baby. He's so cute. I love him. How did you... Oh, right. Mind reading. But yeah, I have to do it soon or my parents will be really disappointed. I'll have to stay up and organize everything tonight.
Hey, why don't we help you? That's what we're here for, right?
I don't see why not.
Thanks, Ethan. Bradley!
I can name a few reasons why we shouldn't.
God damn it! Sam! Shut up. Love me.
Sam?
Thank you.
Back off.
No thanks.
We'll take care of everything, miss. Just leave everything to us.
That was surprising. I didn't think the boys would offer to help right off the bat. I couldn't help but smile. I was actually rather thankful that I let them stay. Now I didn't have to do everything alone. As I kept thinking about it, I couldn't help but yawn.
Feeling a little tired over there, princess?
Shut up. Yeah, it's been a long day. At least tomorrow's the weekend, so I can sleep in. Then it hit me. Wait, where are you all going to sleep?
We found some guest rooms on the opposite end of the house from the master bedroom. I'm sure those will do just fine.
Thank God. Did not want a bedfellow. Oh, got it. All right then. I'm heading off to my room to study and sleep. I guess I'll see you all tomorrow?
Have a good night.
I will. You too. With that, I left the dining room and went to my room.
Eric, no.
What? I wasn't going to do anything.
Oh?
Yes, he was.
Thank you, my man.
Shh.
Shut up. Eric, leave him be. Leave my boy alone. As soon as I got into my room, a wave of exhaustion hit me. Why am I so tired all of a sudden? I just woke up from that nap. I dragged myself to bed and hauled up one of my bags. I opened it and grabbed my economics book, knowing that no matter how tired I was, I had to study at least a page or two before sleeping at last. The words on the page scrambled in my mind as I read them, but after 2 or 3 tries, I managed to understand what the page was about. Equations. Ugh. Finally, I decided to change into my pajamas and head to bed. Today had been a long day and I needed the rest. Hopefully, tomorrow will be better. 3 days of surprises in a row would kill me. With that thought in my mind, I drifted to sleep, embracing the darkness of slumber.
You fucking pretty boys think you're all that, huh? Well, save that to the end of my pistol.
Huh? What's going on? I couldn't move my body. I felt like I was tied up, and I couldn't see anything beyond the darkness that surrounded me. Yet I could hear the sounds of heated argument coming at me from all directions.
One move and she gets it.
Let her go!
Matthew?
Come on, chicken shit. Fight us like a real man.
What is that line? Chicken shit. Funny.
Like you scare me, Sam. Come on. Take one step. I dare ya.
Why can't I see?
And what are you gonna do, nerd boy?
Oh, crud. How do I go back? I forget. And I don't want to press buttons. I know there's... I don't remember. I'm sorry. Suddenly, I felt myself pulled to one side, arms wrapped around my body protectively.
I've got you. Don't worry.
Eric! As I was held in a tight embrace, I felt the world around me once again settle into a low, peaceful hum. The hostility of the dream before had faded into black as the arms around me rocked me comfortably. Slowly, though, my eyes fluttered open and I looked up at the person holding me. Damien? I stared into the eyes of Damien. His face was painted with worry and concern. I knew he must have seen my dream. Why did I dream of Eric holding me, though?
You can't control your dreams.
Oh, well, I guess you're right.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you. What time is it?
It's 9 a.m. James and I were making breakfast when I...
You can't control your mind reading.
No, not yet at least. I hope to learn eventually, though.
Is everything all right?
Huh? Yeah, I'm all right.
That's good. I'm assuming you had a nightmare.
Yes, I'm sorry for disturbing you both.
You didn't disturb us, miss. Besides, we'd rather make sure you're okay before anything.
Oh. Thank you.
Now, why don't you come downstairs with us and have some breakfast? I'm sure some nice food will take your mind off of what you dreamt of.
It was embarrassing to be the damsel in distress, but I felt rather happy that James and Damien were concerned for me, despite only knowing me for a short time. I wasn't sure if it was just curiosity, or just a courtesy, or if they were genuinely concerned. I cannot read. I couldn't exactly read their minds, and I just can't read. All right. The two boys led me back to the dining room, where the smell of bacon and eggs danced in the air. The smell wafted from the kitchen and made its way into the room, making my stomach growl in need. Breakfast smells good.
We should be done with breakfast soon. If you want to sit down at the table, you can.
I noticed before sitting down as I sat down. I nodded before sitting down. As I sat down, however, my mind drifted back to the dream I had. That feeling of hostility around me made my body shudder instinctively, even though I knew it wasn't real. However, as my eyes closed, I felt a hand place itself on top of my head, breaking me out of my thoughts. Huh?
Morning. You alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. Sam, the owner of the hand on my head, raised an eyebrow at me before rustling my hair and moving away to sit down at the table. He then barked towards the kitchen where James was working.
Hey! Is the food done yet? I'm starving!
I love this man.
There's no need to yell, Sam!
You're yelling too!
Don't argue with me!
Oh my lord, they're such brothers. From behind me, Eric appeared and sat beside me, rubbing his temples in obvious annoyance.
Can we not yell this early in the morning? It's not like we're in the castle.
Castle? For some reason, when I heard the word castle, I couldn't help but yell in surprise. These guys had a castle? Sam looked at me and smirked at my reaction.
Yeah, we have a castle back home. Our dining room's 10 times bigger than this room.
Oh, lucky you, mister.
And wouldn't it be logical to not yell?
Whatever.
Soon, James and Damien appeared, carrying plates full of bacon, eggs, toast, and waffles. Yay, waffles, not pancakes! Team Waffles over here! They placed the plates down by each seat before seating themselves.
My favorite.
Finally.
Thank you for the breakfast. It looks amazing.
It's our pleasure.
All of a sudden, my phone began to ring, ushering me to pull it from my pocket and answer. Hello?
Hey, good morning! Guess who's at your door right now?
Right on cue, there was a knock from the lobby. My heart stopped. Suzu and Naomi were here.
I'll get it.
My heart quickly began to pound in my chest. Matthew was in the lobby and he'd get to the door first. I instantly jumped out of my chair and rushed out of the dining room. I passed through archways between the dining room and the lobby. I saw Matthew reach his hand for the brass door handle, causing the world to go into slow motion. Matthew, don't! Before my words could reach his ears, Matthew had opened the door and revealed the surprise faces of Naomi and Suzu. God damn it. The world around me stopped as soon as Suzu and Naomi kept their eyes on Matthew, who merely stared back in fear and embarrassment. I could feel the air go from warm to freezing in the matter of seconds.
Hi?
I could not believe this was happening. How was I going to explain this? This was already bad enough. To make matters worse, I was frozen in place. Please, for God's sake, someone do something other than stand there!
Who are you?
Suzu, let me explain.
What's going on here?
Who's at the door, Matthew? Oh.
Soon the other incubi appeared in the lobby with us. The situation was not getting pretty. I had to think fast. They're the visitors. They're visiting.
Then why did one of them open the door?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
It was no use. There was no time to lie to them. I felt hopeless. Then I felt a hand on my shoulder and felt the tension in my body almost fade away. I turned my head to see James smile at me before stepping in front of me.
We must apologize, ladies. We know the situation must be confusing for everyone. Let's take this to the dining room and we'll explain everything.
I stared at James wide-eyed. Was he going to tell them who they were? Everything seemed surreal. All right, it's almost time to wrap because we have game night. Before I knew it, I was led to the dining room along with Suzu and Naomi and sat across from their confused gazes. As Naomi and Suzu sat down, Eric and Matthew placed their untouched plates of food in front of them, surprising their guests.
Whoa, this looks amazing.
Oh, I feel bad. The boys don't get to eat.
Thank you.
I promise they'll get to eat later. Oh, but I feel bad.
Our pleasure, ladies. We hope you enjoy your meals.
Make sure you dig in.
I looked at Naomi and Suzu as they began to eat, visibly enjoying every bite they placed in their mouths. Hopefully, the food would ease their minds for whatever James wanted to reveal. As Naomi and Suzu ate their impromptu meals, James and the other boys stood behind my chair, making me grow more red in the face. They don't need... But, like, they should really eat. Because the thing is with how demons are explained in this world is they can either eat food and sleep to get energy or drain it from people. Because we learn in this... technically, they don't need to sleep or eat because they get their energy from others. But, like, if they do those things, they don't have to drain energy from others. So I feel bad that they don't get to eat. Like, food and, like, draining people of energies is how they get their energy. I feel bad. They still need food, technically. What? You're a hypocrite? How? Okay, listen. Just... Fuck you. Fuck you. You forget to hear yourself. Okay, there's a difference between forgetting and not needing to eat. There's a difference. I should eat. Do I? No. There is a difference. Anyways, moving on.
So, Anderson, are you gonna tell us what's going on?
Well, you see, Gently, James placed a hand on my shoulder again, signaling me to just eat my food. As I began to eat, he spoke to Naomi and Suzu.
We are Miss Anderson's house servants. We were hired by her late grandfather to help around the mansion, but since he has passed, we now assist Miss Anderson with living on her own.
That makes sense. It's such a huge house.
A huge house for a wonderful princess such as Miss Anderson deserves the greatest of servants to care for it.
Eric, shut up.
But why are you all dressed so casually and stuff? Aren't servants supposed to have uniforms or whatever?
Well, Miss Anderson allows us to get comfy while we work.
Yeah.
So she lets us wear casual clothes.
Yeah, something like that.
Roll your eyes somewhere else, Sam.
We're sorry if we made this situation awkward earlier.
We're very sure that Miss Anderson is also still getting used to having us as her servants. It would be very hard to explain after just a day.
All right, and with that, we're gonna save and call it there. Don't look. I was playing. Don't look. Hold on. Let's go ahead and change over to my room. There we go. Oh, I turned my mic off. Oh, God damn it. I turned my mic off. Anyways, thank you so much for coming to the stream. I have my streaming schedule's up on my channel in the community tab. I will be streaming not tomorrow, but the day after and Saturday. I have Fire Emblem on Saturday, and then we're playing Color X Malice next stream. So if you're free, it's the same time, 4 to 7. Thank you so much for coming out to the stream. I hope you have a lovely day. And with that, I'm gonna clock out. So, bye-bye!